Quick question, Brandon. It's being recorded, so can it be sent to me later? Because I have to step out. I have a client to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty, everybody. My name is Brandon Winter, gold and triple silver consultant here with Evolution. We are going to go over Universal Studios, how to book, and then also the partner perks with it as well. So it's going to be kind of a two-part training here. So first, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you two different ways to get into VAX to be able to actually book you through Universal, okay? If you've been in Vacation Access before, this is going to be your home and your landing page. You can go through your reservations, offerings, incentives, all these up at the top. But to get to Universal specifically, if you go to suppliers, Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. What this is going to do is take you directly to Universal's page. So you can either do Florida or you can do Hollywood. For this particular training, we're going to do Orlando. I was just there in June, was wonderful, had such a good time. Totally bummed though, because the Velocicoaster was only open to season passes and I didn't have a season pass yet, so I didn't get to ride it. So next time I go back, totally have to check that out because I'm a huge coaster person. I love roller coasters. They don't love me and with my body and the older that I'm getting, but I don't care because I do it anyway. So there's a few things whenever you're booking Universal. So first and foremost, Disney and Universal are so confusing to people for some reason. And I think it's because when people think of Disney, they think of like all, you know, the magic in the world, right? And all the different little things. And so Harry Potter, sometimes somehow for whatever reason, Harry Potter gets lumped into Disney. And so when people like, I just went in June with a friend of mine and she was dead set on going to Disney. And the more we talked about it, she really just wanted to go to the Harry Potter world and to see Harry Potter. And I said, well, if that's the case, then we don't really need to do Disney. We actually need to go to Universal. So always just make sure you're asking questions, getting all the details, everything, you know, that you are going to be needing for your client, because it just saves some time in the long run as well. Okay. Also, so when you're coming into the vacation access portion, there's going to be different vacation packages. There's going to be different promotions. There's going to be like this one is save up to 700. You have save up to 600. We have a 3-park vacation starting from $105 a night. And then we have 30% off a 4-day, 4-night vacation. So another reason to ask all your questions first is to know which of these drop-down package type is going to be our best option here. You know, if we've got someone who wants to go for 7 days versus 4 days, well, then the 4-day, 4-night, you know, 30% off promotion is not going to work because it has to be a 4-day package. Another thing to remember is that a lot of our packages are going to be a minimum of 3 or 4 days. Usually 4 is what I've seen, but 7 is also a common number as well. So just be sure to ask all your questions. Check to see if they're a Florida resident or not. If you need theme park tickets and features only, that is its own option here. So we're going to go through that here in a minute later on as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 30% vacation package. And I believe this one was the 4-day, right? So 4-day, 4-night vacation package. So if we do 5 nights, it's not going to come up. It's going to give us an error. So we're going to say that we're departing from Nashville. Obviously, we're going into Orlando. We're going to have 2 adults, 2 children. We're going to do 1 room, and we're going to do 8 and 10 for the ages. Let's go from the 13th, and then we need 4 nights, right? So we might as well just let it populate for us, and let's hit search. Bear with that, because it is obviously going through a lot of stuff, especially with this one being air. You know, we're going to be looking at hotels, ticket features, air, etc. So it's going to take just a little bit to get everything coming up here. It's automatically going to select a flight for you. It's just how it is. The flight will automatically come up. And then it's going to default directly to your hotel. I stayed at the Dockside Inn and Suites. It's a beautiful property. Dockside and Surfside are kind of like a complex. Essentially, you have Surfside on one side of the road, Dockside on the other side of the road. There are shuttles that literally are going from the resort to the park. I think it's like 3 to 4 to 5 an hour. I mean, it feels like there was constantly a bus there. So really, I mean, you can get there pretty much anytime you want. It's just a matter of time, a matter of minutes usually. You can also do Cabana Bay. If I'm not mistaken, we can do partner. Let's see. So for this particular trip and this particular promotion, it's just going to give us the 3 properties here. Early park admission is available for any and all properties, resort properties of Universal. So if it's one of their hotels or one of their resorts, you're going to have early park admission. It's a given, it's there, right? But you also want to look at view all promotions too, because if there is something specific, like some of your resorts will offer free fast passes. Some resorts offer like Cabana Bay gives free entrance to Cabana Bay, or Volcano Bay gives the early admission. And then I think that's one that does the fast passes as well, or express passes. So always look at your promotions, see what's going on, see what's there. You can change your room types here. You can see unavailable rooms. So like someone asked too, they're like, well, why do I want to see an unavailable room? Well, if you have a client who is literally calling you to see if you can get them a better deal or whatever the case may be, and they're telling you, well, I've got this particular room type, and you're trying to go apples for apples versus apples to oranges, it's important to know that yes, they are seeing a 2-bedroom suite pool view. They're not just telling you that just because, whereas you're like, well, no, I don't see that as an option, you know? So just always keep that in mind. But you can look at your hotel details, all of your information here. If you're familiar with VAX in general, this is going to be very common, you know, and very similar to pretty much anytime you book anything. But notice here, complimentary transportation from theme parks to City Walk. That's the buses or the shuttles that I was talking about. One thing that I will tell you is Universal does not have transportation to and from the airport complimentary. So keep that in mind. Do not leave your clients stranded at the airport. Make sure that you look at transportation for them. Okay, guys. So for this particular exercise, we're going to leave our current reservation here at Dockside instead of changing it to a different resort. If we need, let's see, then we're going to come into our flight details, right? So always make sure, you know, time of day, like if you've got a flight leaving at 7 a.m. but not getting